Welcome to Legal Intelligence, powered by Ivionics, offering practical insights and innovative digital solutions. Let's dive right in.
Business development manager. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Introduction to everybody for them to understand who we are and what we stand for and how we work. I started in sales when I was 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You've been in sales for a long time then.
Yes.
So you've seen a lot of different trends, a lot of different,
I've been in tech sales since 1990.
Okay. Wow. So that's even a long time for tech sales.
And I've been working with law firms since 1993.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, understanding the dynamics of a law firm is huge because they are so unique.
Right.
They're not like an accounting firm. They're not like corporate America. It's a whole different ballgame. How they buy things, when they buy, how they work, what their needs are. They use everything that is not used within a corporate world.
Right.
When they talk about their time and billing, you're not just working with QuickBooks or regular calendaring. Everything is different. Their needs are so unique.
Right.
And you have to understand that to be able to work with them.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you've been in tech sales with them for that long, I'm sure there was a lot of different trends, a lot of different things that have changed. So what are some of the changes that you've seen in the past to now?
I'm going to use one word.
Okay.
Novell.
Basically like computer
It was
system.
basically their security, everything else.
Right.
And then when Novell started going away, then you start to hear about Citrix. And then, everything has changed. Look at Citrix. Citrix is a good way of working, but it's not the way of working now. Now everything is cloud.
Yeah. It's crazy how fast everything has changed. So I'm sure you've seen so many different, from
cloud
paper and pen to all the way up to, yeah.
And now the buzzword is AI.
Yeah.
Where was AI 5 years ago?
Right. All of a sudden now it's, same thing with cloud, right?
Right.
When cloud came out, all of a sudden just everything was cloud.
Every law firm, there wasn't a law firm that was willing to go to the cloud because they were afraid their information was not going to be secure.
Right. And
so now everything between Office 365 and every application are all moving to the cloud.
Right. Yep.
You have to be in it to win it type of thing.
Right. Exactly.
And it took a while, but they're all moving. There's still those token firms that still want to stay on, internal, use servers.
Yep.
It is what it is. But people are finding the backup is better, the security is better, once they understand really what cloud is all about.
Right. And now that they're understanding that, now we got to move to the shift of AI.
Oh, yeah. AI is as little or as much as you want to put into it. People are not going to lose their jobs. The IT director.
Right.
They would watch over all the servers. Everything was hands-on. Now it's their positions have completely changed.
Right.
Well, with AI, it's going to completely change again, but it's not that they're going to lose something. It's going to be a new, unique way of working.
Yeah, actually, you make a good point because it's not so much like a lot of times people are afraid, AI is going to take over all these jobs. AI is going to take over, everybody's jobs. They're going to be out. But really, you make a good point saying, well, it's not really that it's going to take over jobs. It's just going to change the way jobs work and the way those people work in those jobs. Mm-hmm. So it's going to make them easier. It's going to, there's going to be always different ways.
There's going to be change.
Yeah, there's going to be change. But the change happens with every job.
Think about from 1990 to now, how much change.
You were already talking about the law firms from 1990 to now is a huge difference.
Yep.
Right. Exactly. So that's.
Yeah, it's going to be different. But the thing about AI and law firms, it's a whole different ballgame.
Right. That's a whole other. Yeah.
It's a whole different beast. And when we work with AI, law firms should be utilizing it. Everybody's different. Every age is different. Some are afraid, some are not. Some want to use this and don't understand there's ways to set it up that your information is not going to get out there.
Right.
And you're not going to have to go to every single different application and have AI. It's people are getting bombarded with AI. All they're doing is hearing AI everywhere.
Right.
And I go,
and that can get overwhelming.
AIO.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
what I say to people is talk to us first, because we're going to help you in navigating the complexities of AI, specifically for your firm. Every law firm is unique. Their practices might be very similar, but the people are different. Their cases are different.
Right.
And their insurance, like some people work with banks, some people work with hospitals. Each of them have different compliance
Sure.
needs.
Yeah.
So what we do is, even if you've formed an AI committee or you have an AI person, let's talk about your approach on how you're going to stay compliant with everybody, how you're not going to be putting information, and how you're going to train your people to utilize it and utilize it well.
Right. So now, you said something, you mentioned something about AI committee. Is that something that a lot of law firms are having nowadays? Like an
Depending
actual
on the
committee?
size of the firm, yeah. So we find that, and sometimes they're completely separate from the technology group, because AI is not just about the technology. It's all about the workflows within the organization.
Right, right.
You know, there's some,
Right, it's a lot deeper than just a Google search,
Mhm.
quote unquote, you know what I mean? Like
and
it's
that's
like,
what I use.
right. Committees, it's just pretty interesting.
Mhm.
So that's the AI on the law firm side, the technology side. But what about in the sales side, on your side? Are you seeing any trends with AI? Is it helping? Is it?
Train our clients on how to do it. So
Right.
then this way they can go out there. You know, somebody who might be close to retirement or something that, you know, is afraid of it, what if they can go to, do you remember, I'm going to go back to this, but do you remember in Word, Microsoft Word, there was this paperclip
Oh,
come to life?
I
named
sure do.
Clippy,
Clippy, yes.
okay?
Did anybody like Clippy?
I love Clippy.
You loved Clippy.
I love Clippy, the animation of it, everything. But it was like, how can I help you?
Right.
And you'd give it a task, but it would pull the information from the right place.
You know, you're the first person I've spoken to that has mentioned Clippy. And to be honest with you, Clippy was, back then, was like the beginning of
Yep.
AI. He
Yep.
was like your little AI assistant.
Yep.
He wasn't called AI back then,
Nope.
but yeah, pretty interesting. I never had anybody see that.
He was the agent
Right.
that brought you to the right places, and
Right.
that's what we're doing.
Right. Wow. Okay.
So you have somebody that might be not as technically inclined to say, okay, I need to put this into the calendar, or I need to put this into this matter. It knows to pull from the right application the information.
Right.
So you don't have to go to all different ones and know what you're doing. It will know for you.
Talk to me a little bit more. You told me you do a lot of events
Mm-hmm.
and conferences and things like that. What are some of the big conferences that you go to?
I find that I love meeting the people from all over. You know, I've worked with the Association of Legal Administrators for many years, even prior to working here.
And that's the ALA, right?
Right.
Okay.
So the ALA, and the ALA has its national group, and it has its chapters. Similar to like ILTA, which is the Legal Technology Association,
Okay.
which this coming week is their big conference.
And what kind of people are at these conferences? Like who you?
At which one? So the Association of Legal Administrators,
Yeah.
they comprise of a lot of different areas. There's the HR, there's operations, executive management, and sometimes even attorneys. There's attorneys that are part of it.
Right.
The group.
So there's a lot of different levels.
Yep. There's different within an organization.
Right. That
Paralegals,
you're talking to at these,
correct.
Right.
Correct. And they get a lot of education, which is really important because they learn not to have to reinvent the wheel on how to do certain things,
Right.
but how day-to-day things that are going to help be effective for them in their positions. for their firms. And, like I said, it's a group. It's almost like a bar association. Think of the bar association, but for operations and administrative
Right.
people within a
Okay.
firm.
Sure.
I'm able to bring to each of the chapters what works, what doesn't work now in a whole different way.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah. I've been I like every group for their uniqueness.
Right.
And I'm telling you, every single one is different.
Wow.
Every one is different.
So it's safe to say you love your job.
I enjoy what I do, and I think that comes off on our clients. And I think that's the whole thing about our company that I really love too. People love working here.
Right.
I don't, yeah, granted, at other places that I've worked, people would go out for happy hour or stuff. But how many people do you know that will stay after just to play pool with each other? I don't know that.
Yeah. Right.
It comes off on our clients. When you're happy at your job, it comes off. And people like working with them because they enjoy what they do.
Right.
We've been working with law firms for over 39 years. Could be
Yeah.
40 years. I've been with the company now 8 years. But there's people that have been working with the other companies or the other, way longer than that.
Right.
You can't stay somewhere for that long if you don't like what you're doing.
That's true. That's actually true. That's a good point. Yeah.
But think about it. We are IV for your technology needs.
Right.
And that's how people know how to say Ivionics.
There you go.
It's stuck.
Thank you for being on the show today, and it was a pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you. I mean, you had said to me that now I understand you in sales. Well, it's not just about the sales. It's about the group that you're working with.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Legal Intelligence powered by Avionics, where we break down tech, innovation, and insights for the modern law firm. If you found value in today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review. It really helps us reach more listeners like you. Until next time, stay secure, stay smart, and keep leading with innovation.